This is Minecraft. I've seen videos online showcasing Minecraft with ultra realistic graphics, but is this actually a real mod pack that you can install? Today, we're putting that to the test. Here are the rules. I have to start in a fresh survival world, and I have to create a homestead that utilizes the 14,000 new blocks that this mod pack offers. So yeah, as you can see, just a couple of mods installed today. This is the Conquest Reforged mod pack, which literally adds 14,000 new blocks to the game. And we're also rocking the Tectonic terrain generation mod, so we have these beautiful landscapes that we're going to be playing through today. So let's just chop down some trees. We're in survival mode at the moment. I have a couple of other mods installed too, which I'll leave all in the description. But this is going to be a lot of fun. I always see showcases of this mod pack online, and the screenshots literally look like Red Dead Redemption 2. So this is going to be kind of ridiculous. Conquest Reforged adds so many blocks to the game, but we're not actually able to access all of them right away. So the first thing we have to actually do is find some iron. So let's go and find ourselves a cave. So after gathering resources, we're eventually going to find a place to build ourselves a homestead. But before we get into that, if you're a fan of chill, long-form gaming content, you're in the right place because that's all I do. Recently, a lot of you have been finding the channel, so this is just a quick reminder to check if you're subscribed. It's totally free and you can always change your mind later. But I cannot get over the way this map looks. Right now we're using the Bliss shaders, which is included with Conquest Reforged. Looks really, really good. Hold on, let me get up to the top here so we can get a better view. Yeah, right now we're in a snowy biome. Dude, Distant Horizons honestly looks so good. Especially with the Bliss shaders, because there's kind of like a distant haze. I think after the cave I went ahead in that direction. Maybe we'll build a little house up there. But right now we really need to get iron because in order to gain access to all the new blocks that this mod pack adds in, we have to actually make a stone cutter. So in order to make a stone cutter, we just need to get some iron. So let's start off with some basic tools here. Feels really, really good to be playing some survival mode. I'm normally, I guess for context, I'm mainly a creative mode player. So that's sort of my, that's how I mainly play mod packs like Conquest Reforged, but it's going to be really fun to actually play through in survival mode and gather all the materials and resources. I don't know, which do you guys prefer? Do you guys prefer survival mode or do you guys prefer creative mode? Another game I've actually been playing a lot of too is actually Hightail. That game is so much fun. I don't know though, I feel like Hightail is closer to Terraria than it is to Minecraft. At least in the sense of just how it's set up. But what's really cool with this mod pack is that a lot of people ask what the resource pack is, but it's actually all just built in. So if I was to check my resource packs, there's not really a resource pack. It's just Conquest Reforged is the resource pack, if that makes sense. So right now I'm just gonna gather some coal and then we're gonna I want to actually start like I want to find a legit homestead. I don't want to just live in a hole in the ground my whole life. We need to actually lock in here. All right, we need to get out of our bachelor era. No more man cave. We need to like an actual homestead with some land and something with a view preferably. But right now we're getting pretty lucky with coal. Hopefully we can find some iron soon too. I also have some ambient sound mods as well. I have a couple of different ones installed just to really... I feel like audio is a huge part in what makes mods or games in general feel realistic. If there's a lot of ambient noise or a lot of like reverb or sound effects like that, I feel like all of that really helps with making things feel realistic. We have some copper here too. We are playing in 1.20.1, so I don't know if we can use copper for anything in this version of the game at least. Like we see some zombies. Dude, the zombies look really freaky in this mod pack. And I mean that in a scary way, not in a... Never mind. Wait, the particles actually, they blinded me there for a second. But But yeah, they're like really cool. Super cool texture. Let's make our way down here. Get a creeper over here. Alright, that didn't go too bad. Alright. I feel like we have a pretty strong chance of finding iron in this cave. Here's some water. Okay, just a little waterfall down here. No, we were super lucky to find this cave really early on like this. Also too, there's this effect on these shaders called exposure. So whenever you look at bright like skylight like this, it's almost like blinding because your camera has to adjust to the change in light versus the cave. It's so dark. That was a terrible way to explain that, but it something like that. I guess a fun fact about me. Wait, are we talking about me now? A fun fact about me is I love photography in my free time. And actually, to be honest, the only reason I even picked up photography was because at the time I thought it'd be a good way to like pick up chicks. I was in high school, okay? Give me a break on that one. It kind of was low key, but anyways, I ended up really liking photography. What started off as like a really stupid pickup line kind of thing turned into like a legit hobby for me. It's kind of cool to see like photography type effects or like camera effects being used in shaders like this. I'm gonna see if okay, I had to like search up if copper pickaxes were a thing. They're not a thing in this version of the game, so we are going to get rid of this copper. We don't need that. Yo, did I just dodge that? I feel like Neo right now. Alright, you guys can definitely tell I am a creative mode player with how janky my combat is. But honestly though, can y'all hype me up? Nick, you're so good at Minecraft in the comments, please. I need it. I desperately need that. Okay, that did not go as planned. So we need to quickly make our way back to the cave. I think it's about... oh, it's about sunset. We have made 0 progress. All right, okay. Last time I was meandering, but this time I'm about to lock in. Born to yap, forced to lock in. Thanks, corporate America. Thank you so much for that. Okay, here we are though. Honestly, not a huge setback. That dude literally slimed us out. We literally got slimed out. I feel like I'm in Chicago. I feel like I'm in Chicago right now. Okay, on the real, how do you like actually fight skeletons without a shield? Wait, maybe I should just edit out the part where I died. I didn't die. That was one continuous clip. No, I can't do that. I can't do that as much as I want to. I think the cave is slowly starting to clear out here. So I don't know if you guys have played the older versions of Minecraft, but back in the day, it was kind of difficult to find coal. I know that's such a, like, seriously, I remember playing, I think actually, what is the first version of Minecraft you guys played? The first one I ever played, and it's weird to think like Minecraft turned in, like, has mods that look like this compared to what it, yeah, anyways, I used to, the first version of Minecraft I played was beta 1.2 or 1.3. I don't really remember. I do know that beds were in the game, so I think it was like 1.3. But it was like legitimately difficult to find coal, and there wasn't a brightness slider. So if you didn't find coal your first night, you were kind of cooked before cooked was a thing. But I really like the connected textures, so you can kind of see the coal is like leaking into the stone next to it. Actually, leaking is kind of a gross word. That's kind of a gross word. It's reaching. That's a better word for that. It's like, I guess leeching was the word I was actually thinking of, but whatever. We're honestly kind of blessed right now with the coal. We're honestly kind of blessed right now. If we find iron though, it's over. If we find one iron vein, it's so over. We're gonna make a shield. We're gonna make the stone cutter. I think the goal today is I really want to make like a legit homestead, somewhere to settle down. I'm tired of the bachelor lifestyle. I'm tired of the nomad lifestyle. I'm getting old. I also feel like coal veins are getting bigger. Is that like inflation or something? They're making it up for us. Oh, nice little beautiful night out here. All right, let's actually bring the crafting table down to us. I think we're just gonna have to hunker down for the first night. Listen, I know earlier I said I was gonna lock in. I mean it this time. I really mean it this time. I know I said that the last 20 times, but I mean it this time. We're gonna get rid of this stuff. We don't really need that at the moment. Alright, let's just bring this crafting table over here. And I think if we're gonna find iron, it's gonna be down here somewhere. So let's just do a little waterfall. Oh, okay. I need to put my sword on hotbar 1. That's like... Right, I really don't want to go down there because that's just dangerous. Okay, actually this cave isn't as deep as I thought it was. Not as deep as I was thinking. Well, this block looks pretty cool. Figure out what that is. Okay, they're not really a threat to us right now, so I'm not going to worry about them. Let's see. So this is andesite. Andesite actually looks really sweet. Looks really cool. I feel like in vanilla Minecraft, andesite definitely looks a lot closer to stone. So the reason I wanted to go with a mod like Tectonic for terrain generation is I feel like some of the other mod packs or the other terrain generation mods add custom biomes, which I don't really need at the moment. Especially with whenever you have custom blocks like this. Whereas Tectonic just uses vanilla biomes, so it doesn't add any new blocks to the game. Right, let's, since it is nighttime, let's actually just kind of cave around a little bit. I'm just going to staircase down. Actually, what's kind of trippy is whenever you break the blocks, you can see the blocks around it like changing in real time to adapt. Kind of trippy. So the reason we can't actually play on the showcase maps that I showed off in the intro is because those are handmade by RedrangerBuilds, which I have linked in the description. But with those maps, they look absolutely stunning, and most of the screenshots you see of Conquest Reforged take place on those maps. But if you actually try playing in survival mode on those maps, there's no like, it's basically a 1000 or 2000 by 2000 like square map that was just hand generated, like hand painted in World Painter, and everything was kind of placed by RedrangerBuilds. So there's no like ores to pick up, there's no trees to chop down. I think it'd be really cool to actually, if somebody made a mod pack where you could actually have terrain generation that looked like that, that would just be incredible. One that I used in a creative mode series I did on Conquest Reforged uses lithosphere and still life, which looks pretty convincing, especially like from a distance. But I don't know if terrain generation can ever get to the level of looking truly handmade like that. So we found just a little cave here. Really hoping we find iron soon, but yeah, just a little underwater cave. I think this might be iron, actually. That might be iron. We might have just lucked out here. Sweet. So we did find iron, but it's just going to take a little bit of work to get to it. So there is a, whenever we eventually get this stone cutter sorted out, there is another mod that we had to get installed here that actually lets us craft the blocks from Conquest Reforged. Okay, perfect. Getting iron. This brings us one step closer. I don't know why. Navigating like water in Minecraft is so confusing to me. But honestly, we're kind of doing it. Guys, hype me up. Guys, hype me up. Okay, we honestly got a nice little iron hit here. Here we go. I think that's everything. So we got 7 iron. That is super nice. All right, let's grab the crafting table and head up to the top. So you can see in the top right, we have new recipes unlocked. And looks like it's daytime. So now that it's daytime, let's go out, actually find ourselves like a little spot to hunker down in. And then we can get this iron cooked up. And then eventually we need to find ourselves a little homestead spot. So I'm gonna give myself some elevation here. This just looks stunning. Oh, we need food too. So maybe we should start punching some grass. Get some wheat seeds here. Oh, there's a lammy. Or not a lammy, a sheepy. Get this guy. I feel so bad. I like one tap. Oh, there's a pokey. All right, we need, do we have bones? We do, okay. Y'all, I need all the luck right now. Can we get him with 1 bone? Can we get him with the 1 bone and not place torches instead? Dude, let's go. Okay, so we Pookie obtained. Okay. Now hold on. Hold on. Dude, we're honestly I'm so excited right now. Okay. Alright, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We need to actually lock in here and find ourselves a homestead. But let's chop down some of the ooh, look out, buddy. Right now we're just making our way through the woods. And we're gonna see if we can find ourselves a nice little flat spot, preferably with a view that we can homestead at. But I'm gonna grab these chickens along the way here. I think the way this mod pack kind of looks, it reminds me of like an old school what's the name? What am I talking about? An old school role-playing game like PS2 or something like that. That'd be really cool. Honestly though, the way the shaders look, it really reminds me of like Oblivion, just how much bloom there is. Bloom is kind of that hazy sort of look that light has. This seems like a good little spot. Let's see if we can make our way up to the top here. But what should we name the little puppy that we have? If you guys have any dog name suggestions, feel free to let me know in the comments. And if we end up doing a part 2 on this, I'll give you guys a shout out in the next video if I choose your dog name. But this looks stunning. I love the mountains over there. We have I kind of just like looking at the sun and going blind. But I like doing that because then I can see like what time of day it is. Here's some zombies somewhere. Ooh, hopefully we find more sheep. That'd be really helpful. That would be super cash money. Very cash money if we find another sheep. But hey, we'll take what we can get. Getting a dog? Kinda lit. Kinda lit. So in real life, I have 2 miniature dachshunds. One is named Brookie and one is named Jazzy. And they are the most needy, needy little babies. But I absolutely love them. Like, I occasionally like post pictures of them on my Instagram, but they like, Brookie is kind of like my buddy. She'll like sit next to me while I'm playing video games or recording. I have her little like dog bed next to me in my room. And she's such a sweetheart. But she's like grumpy. She's a grumpy little dog. She just turned 10, so she's getting old. She's getting old. Oh, wait, hold on a second. What are we looking at over here? Oh, that looks stunning, especially with the ice fields. Dude. Okay, something I kind of... Wait, can I be real with you guys? Something I kind of struggle with is actually picking a spot to build. But I think this might kind of be it. I don't think it gets any better than this. I don't think it gets any better than this. We might just have to put a ring on this one and call it a day. Oh, okay. Let's clear out this land here. It's not like the flattest thing in the world. But I think we can make something out of this. We can make something out of this, so let's make a little crafting table. Wait, no, make a chest, I mean. Oh boy. Oh boy, how can I like? Can I convince y'all that I actually play Minecraft? Because I'm out here making crazy call outs. I'm out here making the craziest call outs. All right, let's grab our iron. Honestly, 13 iron. That's pretty sweet. That's really cool. That's awesome, Nick. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. All right, let's light up our little thing. Little thing here. Honestly, get you a thing with a view, because this is certified gorgeous. Honestly, it'd probably look pretty without the shaders. Hold on, I'm gonna... Alright, cover your eyes. I'm gonna turn off shaders for a second. Okay, this is what it looks like without shaders for context. Honestly... Hold on, I'm about to... Oh, y'all are gonna hate this. I'm gonna play with shaders for like... Play without shaders for like 30 seconds. People are starting the countdown right now. But I gotta be honest with you guys, I actually like the way Minecraft looks without shaders. Just because it's like really simple, it's really easy to understand visually. Okay, fine. I'll turn it back on. But yeah, I wanted to do that just for context. On the real, I got you guys a little present. I got you some dandelions. You can't really see them. They're in my right hand. Now they're in my left hand. But I got you something for putting up with me for so long. All right, on the real, do y'all bring flowers on the first date? I think if they're the one, heck yeah, you should. Heck yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I think it really depends. Depends on the person, right? How awkward. Ooh, we just found a cave too. I'm over here getting excited about the little things. He's doing too much. Nick is doing too much. I think, I don't know if I would bring flowers on the first date. Hold on, what's he talking about now? Bro, stick to the Minecraft, dog. But I think it really depends. I don't think you should, Dude, what kind of double team is going on here, bro? Did our dog just save our life? Dude. Yo. Our dog is literally goated. But look at the damage effects. Holy crap. I'm dying. Wait, hold on. We gotta find a good spot to bleed out in. We gotta find a good spot for that. Top five places to bleed out right here with this view. Needs to be more snow coverage though. I think that's what we're missing in our life. So the iron is cooked up. Let's get some substance. What am I saying? I'm making stuff up now. But I think this is gonna be our homestead. Let me put down our little flowers here. But like I was saying, first date, I don't know if I would bring flowers on a first date because, hear me out on this one. First of all, you don't know if they even like flowers, right? There is legitimately girls out there that don't like flowers. And second, like you don't know any, like if it is a first date, you don't really know anything about the person. So you have to kind of like figure them out, like what their favorite color is, what they like to do, you know? So I think you should have context before you bring gifts. But I will say I'm over here analyzing this. I will say the thought does count. So let's get some food here, get our health back. And honestly, we're kind of blessed right now. We are kind of blessed. We have a good assortment of stuff right now. I'm gonna put these trees back. Gonna let these kind of grow in so we can just have more wood show up into our life. And honestly, our dog, literally the goat. He saved our life. He saved our life. So to make this stone cutter, we just need 3 limestone and an iron block, and then that'll be it. All right, let's make a shield. These skeletons they're doing too much for me right now. I can't handle it. I can't hang with the skeletons. But yeah, I think this is a beautiful little spot. I think it's a little bit like small, so we're gonna have to push some of this mountain back here. We're gonna have to push this dude's hairline back. But we have plenty of trees to pick up from. I'm gonna get rid of this one so we get a little bit of a better view. But I think I want to just go for like a cozy little cabin thing. Little cozy cabin thing. And we do need to make a bed. All right, that's our stone cutter. So I'm gonna put the stone cutter down. So check this out. Let's sit our puppy down. If we take just regular limestone cobble here, and we put this into the stone cutter, you can see it gives us a lot more blocks. So now that we have access to the stone cutter, we can actually start using the blocks that are in Conquest Reforged. We have a bunch of zombies coming after us. It looks like the Walking Dead right now. Dude, I wonder what the Nether looks like. I've never actually gone to the Nether in Conquest Reforged. Probably looks nightmarish, honestly. So definitely one of the first things we have to do is build a like a little perimeter. So yeah, Conquest Reforged, definitely a mod pack for like creative mode building. And actually, if you guys want to see a like crazy Minecraft build, I can't even call it a build. This is just, there is a server called Artecraft, and basically they're recreating Middle Earth by the books. And I kid you not, this map is 70 times the size of Skyrim, and it literally is just incredible. So if you guys get a chance, check out Artecraft. I did a video on them a while back, and I had the like opportunity to talk with Fornad, who is the founder of Artecraft. Hold on, I gotta concentrate. I gotta lock in right now. Oh, dude, we found like a huge field out here. Actually, what are we doing? We need to build out here. Let's bring our puppy back, because I do not want him to get hurt right now. All right, let's the dog's taking care of the skeleton right now. That spider too. Dude, it's so funny seeing the skeletons just like running away. Okay, we definitely have to like, let me hunker down for a little bit. But yeah, I had the opportunity to talk with Fornad, and he was kind of giving me a behind the scenes look at the server. And dude, the amount of detail they go into on that map is just, it's really inspiring. So if you guys get a chance to check that out, I definitely would suggest to. But I was kind of starstruck. I always thought I'd be kind of like nonchalant and cool about like meeting like people, but I was kind of starstruck because the amount of work they put into that map totally blew my mind. But I think our best bet is honestly just hanging out in the cave for now. Oh, dude, we're taking shots. We are taking shots right now. Let's leave our puppy over here for now. Kinda risky business right now. Kinda risky business. I'm popping this chicken. I'm popping this chicken. Dude, speaking of chicken, have y'all ever had Dave's Hot Chicken? Holy crap, that place smacks. If y'all like spicy chicken, that place smacks. 100%. Top 10. Actually, no. Top 5 date spots of all time. Hopefully she likes fried chicken. If not, you're kind of cooked, dog. Oh, that place is so good. All right, we got some Skeletor action going on here. I'm actually so glad we found that like clearing on the top of the mountain. That's gonna be super helpful if the skeleton will just like kindly. Would you kindly? No, we're making pretty good progress right now. I don't know about you guys, but it always takes me so long to actually start building, because for one, I have to gather the resources. I think by now somebody would have already beaten the game. Okay, confession time. As much as I've played Minecraft, I've only beaten the game one time. I'm not even joking. Not even joking. So I honestly don't even remember how I did it. I know you have to make it to the Nether and then eventually find your way to the end and then kill the Ender Dragon, and that's basically the end, right? Oh, dude, imagine this world with the Elytra. That would be crazy. That would actually be kind of nuts. Yeah, it feels good to play survival mode again. It's just something a little bit different. Let's get this coal really quick. Right now, we're just kind of waiting for daytime here. And then I really want to check out that clearing that we caught a glimpse of earlier. I think that's going to honestly be where we homestead. It's nice and flat. We have plenty of space up there. I think the cold won't be good for our crops, but kind of fine. Oh yeah, literally as soon as I poke my head out. Oh, dude, I literally just lucked out right there. I literally almost got slimed out. Let's get all this this coal here. Gotta watch our head. We're good. We're good. I do like all the connected textures. I think one of my must-have mods is the connected mod. Or no, I think it's called continuity. But it basically allows for connected textures like this. And honestly, what's kind of ridiculous is that the mod pack itself, like Conquest Reforged, it literally takes one click to install, which kind of blows my mind. Like, coming from somebody who played you know, the beta versions of Minecraft or just vanilla Minecraft for the longest time, this mod pack blows my mind. Okay, let's toss this. We're on to better things. Actually, no, we're not. Give me that back. Give me that back. We're gonna move all of our stuff. So we haven't gotten to building anything yet, but the stonecutter is really gonna come in handy for that. So I'm gonna leave this chest here. No real point in hauling all of that with us. So we're just gonna make a quick little jog. Like, we're gonna hit like a nice little brisk jog over here. Got some cows. Honestly, I think I'm gonna leave the cows for now and just kind of get some wheat, kind of get those guys going. Dude, this is perfect. Nice flat land over here, and we have just the most stunning view. This is ridiculous. This is crazy. I'm just gonna kind of grid out some torches here. Something I just learned about spiders too is they don't actually attack you during the daytime. I don't know. That's something I kind of learned. Dude, this looks stunning. Imagine what's like on the other side of those mountains. So if you start a fresh world with just Conquest Reforged installed, it basically just uses vanilla terrain generation. And since they included distant horizons, I feel like you just kind of want something like Tectonic, or you definitely want to have some sort of terrain generation mod installed. That way you can kind of appreciate the view. All right, let's just get some stuff placed down here. Well, you know what? We need to make a bucket so we can put down some water. And what do you guys think? Should we just go for it? Make a iron pickaxe here. All right, so I think I want to just start off with like a simple. So I think I want to just start off with like a very simple layout with some stone here. I don't think I want the house to be too big because I really want to focus on just detailing it. And we're gonna start off like with a really basic kind of shape. And then we'll kind of come in after the fact and actually add in all the details that we're looking for. So I want the bottom of the house to actually be made out of stone, and then the top floor can be made out of like wood tutoring. I think that would look really cool. Thankfully, we have a lot of stone to actually work with, and I'm really excited to actually start building, especially with Conquest Reforged, because there's so many different blocks to play around with. There's a lot of like decorative options. Small little staircase. And I think for this layer, I want to actually... No, we'll stick with stone, actually. I was thinking of just putting like wood right there, but I think stone would be a better option. And then eventually this entire flat piece of land is just going to be like a nice secured little location. I want to have a nice fence going around it. Vast little farmland. We do actually need to start the farm, actually. Let's get that stone down. Also off camera, I decided to install a like an inventory sorting mod. Very, very helpful. Okay, let's go. We gotta go find some water. I think we can just head down to the lake there. I think that's close enough for us. And let's make a second bucket. This is so weird. I have to get used to crafting everything again. Okay. We got 2 buckets. We're gonna leave our dog up here for now. Just make our way down here towards the lake, or the river, I should say. Dude, this looks stunning. I like how the clouds kind of cover the top of the mountain. It kind of like the top of the mountain is going through the clouds, basically. Actually, something I just realized is going back up the mountain is going to be kind of a we'll have to figure that out for sure, how we're going to handle that one. But it shouldn't be too bad. If we need to, we can take the long way back up. This world looks amazing. I think the hard part for me, just in general, is always starting the Minecraft builds. But I feel like once we get the house going, it's going to become a lot easier for me. Grab some water here. I love how as we walk across the ice, it kind of creaks. I kind of want to take just like a quick look around down here. I think the sun's over there, so we have just a little bit of time before sundown. Look at the reflections too. Kind of freaked me out. There's like a cracking noise. While we're down here, kind of in the grasslands, let's just chop a lot of grass. Oh, there's another dog. Can we get him? Not this time. We got really lucky last time. Wait, what is this? There's like steam right here. And oh, there's a magma block right there. That's cool. This is just coal. It looked kind of weird underneath the water. That's cool. Cool that there's dogs down here. Let's chop down some of these trees while we're here. We're gonna need lots of wood. There's a pig down here too. Let's get him. So kind of the cool thing about getting the farm established up at the top is we have those cows that we saw earlier. So we can just start like growing cows, growing like crops. My goal is to eventually grow potatoes too, so we're gonna have to fight some zombies, see if they drop us a potato. Figure all this out. This is cool. I love the way the terrain generates. Snow bunny walking around. Right, let's go. We're going. Yeah, I love the way the sunset looks. I think we'll be able to get back just in time. Just in time. Imagine this mod with like survival mechanics. That would actually be kind of crazy. I'm not really sure what mods do that though. Like I've seen videos of people playing with like mods that add like heat and like you have to keep yourself warm and hydrated. I think that would be kind of fun in a mod pack like this. But to be fair, I can barely play hardcore Minecraft, so I don't know how well that would turn out, to be honest. It's starting to clear up here. Let's just turn the rest of these into torches. You can actually see the cloud shadows kind of casting over here. Oh, you know what? I just thought of something that we could actually use copper for. We could 100% make like a spyglass. That would be pretty helpful. Right here. Yeah, we'll use him. It looks like it's getting dark enough where mobs can start spawning in. Make our way through the foliage here. What's kind of nice about this being an open plot of land here is we won't get like caught up in the trees. So we don't really have to worry about like creepers or anybody sneaking up on us. We have just like open land that we can see everything around us. There we go. Okay, let's get these torches down here. Honestly, with how good Bliss shaders looks, I feel like the game runs surprisingly well. Ooh, I think down there might be a village or something. Some glow off in the distance. So now that we have water, let's just get some water placed down here. Let's slowly build out our perimeter here. We're kind of roughing it right now. We definitely want to make our way over there and see what that is. It's either going to be lava or it's going to be a like a homestead of some sort. But you know what? I left all my wheat seeds over there. All right, we're going to have to actually put down a torch here. But let's get these things planted up. I kind of want to just like go through here really quick. Kind of a risky move, but go grab our stuff. I love how much contrast is actually in this shader pack. Here we go. Yeah, this shield is really, really handy. Makes fighting skeletons significantly easier. Here we go, we're back. Let's get all those wheat seeds that we put in here. Actually, while we're over here, I want to see if there's anything that's glowing over here. It's kind of cool. You can like use shaders to kind of scope out the land. Looks totally dark. Looks beautiful though. It's really, really beautiful. So off camera, I installed a inventory sorting mod. Oh, I desperately needed it. Normally I like to just like sort everything myself, but I figure most people aren't too interested in seeing something like that. So this just makes it a little bit easier. While we're over here in the cave, I'm gonna see if I can see what's down here really quick. Okay, it just ends. For some reason I thought that went a little bit further. This is nice. We have a kind of an exposed cave here that we can just get to whenever we need extra stone. This area is coming together really nice. It's still pretty dangerous, but at least it's lit up, so you can kind of see around us. Alright, I'm just gonna use this pickaxe until it breaks. We only have a couple more swings with it anyways. I'm actually really curious to see what villagers look like. So if we make our way over there in the morning, we'll meet some friendly people. There's also like stars in the sky too. They're kind of like twinkling. That's really cool. All right, let's get all this. There's another skeleton over here. We have to light up this little lower shelf here. I guess the only downside of our house being really open like this is mobs can pretty much come at us from every direction. Let's get all these planted up here. These will just kind of be growing. Actually, let's take some of these, oh, there's a, whatever this thing's called. The, like, frozen guy. I forget what that mob's called, but pretty cool. I think things are kind of lighting up. Oh, you know what that is right there? That's actually a, pillager tower. Interesting. Okay, we definitely have to make our way towards that. I don't know how well I'm gonna do in combat against pillagers, but I think we could make it happen. I'm just gonna kind of line the property with these trees. I think these look really cool. Yeah, if we find a amethyst geode, I think a spyglass would be really cool. It would actually be kind of useful in this kind of context. Yep, stun is starting to come back up. I 100% want to make my way towards that village because we can steal like a bed from the villagers. That'd be super nice. Oh, we just got hit with a like a slowness arrow. I forget what these like frozen skeletons are called. We did get a bow, which is kind of nice. It's just really busted. All right, sun's coming up, so it should get a little bit safer at least. Oh, we should make a campfire actually. And then, yeah, a campfire would actually be kind of clutch right now with all the food we're making. This is all growing very slowly, but it is growing. So let's make our way over towards that village now. Let's do it. Let's head on over there. I'm gonna leave my dog here for now. Actually, nah, we'll take him with us. We'll take the dog with us. We'll just have to be kind of careful. But it looks like over there the snow is starting to melt. Over here too, along the river, there's like caves going underneath the mountains. Those look really cool. We could always just like make a boat and just kind of like fly over there super fast. Boats move super fast on ice. I'm debating if we should go to the pillager outpost first or the village. Maybe we should go see the pillagers. Sometimes they have good stuff there, but we are gonna have to be careful with our dog, so maybe we could leave the dog at the village and then come back and take out that tower. Eventually, whenever our house is like tall enough, we'll be able to see it down here. That's when Distant Horizons becomes really cool. Enderman hanging out over here. Dude, this mod pack would go crazy with like that mod that adds heat and like cold. Because you'd have to like keep yourself warm whenever you're going through the tundra like this. At least I think this is a tundra, I'm not really sure. I need confirmation about that. Yeah, we got a nice little ice village. Let's talk to the locals, maybe they're friendly. Oh my gosh, this guy's terrifying. He's also unemployed. I mean, to be honest though, I can't even fault him for being unemployed. Like, what would you even be doing out here? We're taking the bed. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, villagers. This guy just straight up lives in an ice cube. Anything in here? Oh, these beds look kind of cool. There's like a white bed, and then this is being called a blue bed, which is kind of misleading. A little bit confusing. Oh, we are... Oh, dude, we found potatoes. Let's go. Dude, that is super helpful. Okay. Now, stopping here was the right move. Are these guys kissing? No. Oh, you just said no. Okay. I was interested in that. So we got... Dude, this guy is selling bricks. He's out here playing Schedule 1. Oh, dude, we didn't even have to make a stone cutter. There's one right here. Alright, we're kind of raiding the village right now. But hey, I mean, I think that's what villages are for, right? Taking stuff from. Oh, okay. This is cool. Alright, let's leave our dog here for now. And actually, I'm gonna set my set a spawn point here. That way we're at least like a little bit close to home if we end up dying. Dude, this looks so freaky, man. Just like the simple Minecraft house with this terrain. All right. Oh, dude, we gotta find a horse too. That'd be kind of sick. Finding a horse would make traversing through this so much faster. All right, here's the pillager outpost. It actually looks really cool with this terrain. Another little cave here. Honestly, my goal right now, kill all the pillagers, and we gotta lock in with the house. We 100% have to lock in with our house right now. All right, let's just, we're gonna do this the easy way, which is getting them to kind of like follow us inside the building here. Right, our shield is gonna take a lot of damage, but I think we should be able to do this. Oh my gosh, there's just so many pillager noises. Alright, thankfully we set our spawn point pretty close. I basically spent too much time like finding them on the stairs, but not the biggest deal. Looks like over there is something too, but that might just be a rock formation. Alright, let's just sprint back here, grab our stuff, and then we can make our escape. We got all of our stuff back. That should be everything, I'm thinking. Alright, as long as we have our shield up, we're fairly safe here. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can make a little run for it here. Alright. Let's make our way through the wilderness now. We can actually see our homestead kind of being lit up over there. Alright, not the cleanest getaway ever, but we did survive. At least this time. Alright, let's make it back to the warmth of the village out here. And to make it easy on ourselves, we're just gonna sleep through the night. And thankfully we left the dog over here. Otherwise that would just be a real tragedy. All right, let's bring the dog back home with us. Oh, I love seeing all the skeletons on fire. That is so satisfying. And we found potatoes too, which is really, that's 100% what I wanted. Potatoes, in my opinion, are like the best early game food. It's because it's really easy to grow, and if you bake them, they heal for a lot. Right, it's a new day. We're kind of locked in right now. We also have wheat too, which is really really nice. We can just start corralling those cows together. We definitely need to go mining again. Kind of want to go for like iron armor at least would be really nice. Dude, I love sprinting across the ice. It goes so quick. Oh, down here's a frozen ravine. Pretty cool. Let's make our way back up. Right, now that we kind of saw what was over there, now I really want to focus on building up the home. I think we have a good enough amount of materials. I don't know why that was so hard for me to get out. We have a good amount of materials. There's another dog, I think. Let's see if we can get him. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we have 2 puppies with us. Oh, the saplings actually, I feel like they kind of grow taller. Like that one is definitely taller than these ones, so I guess they kind of like grow in real time. That's really sweet. All right, let's start working on the tutoring on the 2nd floor here. First things first, I'm gonna put the bed down. We have like a little shack going on out here. All right, let's get these potatoes. Oh, that's really cool. It's kind of freaky looking. Like the ground is like moving. We'll definitely want to make a more optimized farm later on, but for now I just want it to be like functional and to get crops going. Some carrots, get some potatoes. I'll throw beetroot in there too. All right, so now I want to actually make the tutoring. So what we can do here is we can take our spruce planks and turn this into ash tutoring. So I'm gonna do maybe half that, and then half the diagonal plank. Then let's see what else we can turn this wood into. We have a bunch of different planks. We have so much, and we have a lot of different stuff we can play around with as far as objects. So there's things like archways we can kind of throw in here, but we'll just kind of get to that when we get to it. For now, I just want a so for the tutoring on the 2nd floor, what I like doing this where I just kind of alternate between everything. And what's kind of cool with this is we can start off like with just a basic rectangular house, but we can start adding in balconies, like a nice roof. And it's gonna look really cool once we have everything like finished. But the reason I like alternating the blocks is because if it's all one type of tutoring, I feel like it looks kind of boring. But now it actually looks like legit wood tutoring whenever it's staggered like this. Let's make a real staircase up here. So like I was saying before, I really want to start messing around with the stone cutter here. So what we can do with the stone cutter is take our regular limestone blocks and turn it into archways. So I'm just gonna make a couple different blocks here. And we also have these things called vertical slabs that we can do. I'm gonna make a couple of those. And what I want to do on the bottom floor here is kind of put down some of these archways here like this. Just in the corners, I think looks kind of cool. And I liked building my stuff piece by piece. And now what we can do is take our slabs here and just kind of bring up the corners like that. This will help give our build like a nice arch kind of look and make it actually look like it's made out of stone. So the best way to kind of describe Conquest Reforged building is it's very much like Snow from, you know, regular Minecraft, where you just build everything incrementally. So you can see placing these vertical slabs here Dude, people desperately want vertical slabs and just regular Minecraft. But placing the slabs here, you can do everything layer by layer. I'm just gonna kind of like bring out some of the wall. And then right on the top here, we can do a nice arch doorway there. I think that looks really cool. And then, thinking for the windows, we could just have like a couple of windows up here. Nice little arch windows. I think this might have to move in. It's always kind of difficult for me to like talk and build at the same time, so I don't always know what I'm talking about. Oh, we'll do one window on this side actually. We have a nice little like window on that side. And let's just kind of bring it over, because I want this bottom floor to be more of a basement type thing. Add a window just in the middle here. And then whenever we get glass, we can kind of come in here and finish our windows. Oh, there's a little fox running around. Let's get some torches down. And we need to finish the tutoring too. This looks gorgeous, man. This seriously looks stunning. Honestly, we're kind of cooking right now. I feel like I'm hitting my stride now. So let's just do 64 of everything. So I think that should be more than enough wood tutoring to get this done. And now I have to remember the pattern here. This is probably like the most inefficient way to build this. But hey, we're doing it. We're doing it. I also kind of want to think about, you know, where I want my windows to go, but when we get to that, we'll get to that. I think the easiest way for me to build just anything in general is start off like really basic, and then I just try to work on the details after the fact. And I want nice tall ceilings up here. So I'm just gonna start building out the second floor here. It's a little bit easier for me to kind of, I guess, think about the build, right? Perfect, and we have more than enough tutoring left over. Maybe we should do an additional layer. I don't really know though. Let me take a look at this build from the outside. Yeah, that's kind of what I was going for here. I think we just need one more block on the top, and that should finish that off. Then we can actually start working on the roof. Once we have the roof, I feel like this build's gonna look a lot better. I think what's also kind of cool about Conquest Reforged is it doesn't add any more gameplay mechanics, so it's like all it really is it just helps you build more incrementally, so you can make your builds a lot more detailed, but it doesn't make it more complicated, if that makes sense. I think over there might be lava or something, because I don't see any builds over there. Like a huge view from up here. I do want to make a infinite lava source. That'd be really helpful for smelting. All right, I'm thinking for the roof, let's frame it out with stone, like on the other sides here. And we need to make a bunch of stairs. So the roof is always the most complicated part for me. I don't know why. It takes me a long time to kind of figure roofs out, but what I really like doing is giving my roof kind of a steep sort of effect. So I start off on like a lower level here. It goes up. All right, we need to get a lot more wood actually to finish this roof off. But I kind of want to give the roof like a nice steep kind of look. So I'm starting off with stairs, going up to a block, going to stairs again, and then a block, and then stairs at the top. And we actually need more trees. Well, something I just realized too is we have to get we have to make another shield too, because our other one broke. This is where falling tree really comes in handy. Let's just place down all of our saplings again. Looks like our wheat's starting to grow too. Things are coming together out here. All right, so now let's just finish this roof off here. So yeah, it goes stairs, full blocks, stairs again, full blocks, stairs. Then at the very top, I want it to be stairs kind of meeting. So This will give our roof that, like, I don't even know what the architecture would be called, but it just gives it like a nice steep roof. Now the fun part is just doing the same thing on this side. Once you have one side done, I feel like it's a lot easier to come in here and do the other side. Then once this one is done, we just connect everything together and then we're good to go. And then what's really cool with, so just like we did with the stone on the bottom floor, we can do the same thing on the roof here. And what I mean by that is we can build incrementally with our stairs. Or not with our stairs, but with like wood slabs. So it's kind of cool. There's not only vertical slabs, but there's also like horizontal slabs, I guess, too. So it just gives you a lot of freedom to kind of build different things. To like really lock in here. Really pay attention to what I did on the other side. Should be something like this. And to help like break up the roof, I definitely want to have a like some windows. I think they'd be called gables is the word for it. But I'm just gonna kind of connect everything here. This like really tall roof reminds me of like a Nordic architecture, I think is the word for it. Dude, it's so weird playing playing survival mode for once and having to actually like lock in with the build here. Like I can't just like fly around and build super fast. I have to like take my time, make sure I don't fall off of here. But yeah, like since this side of the roof is so flat, if we have some like gables kind of coming out here, it'll look really nice. Actually, we could just start that now because I have to make myself back in here. So maybe we'll cut in like 3 blocks. Just kind of cut some windows here. This will help the roof not look so so plain. Actually, what I was thinking is maybe we could do the gables kind of like this. This way. I don't really know though. I kind of like it flat like that. So we'll start off with that. And then if I change my mind later, we can do that too. Yeah, this just gives the roof like a little bit more visual interest. I think we actually have enough stairs to do the whole roof here. We might just have enough. Now that we have the windows here, we can just kind of cut these out. I really don't plan out my builds all that much. I really just go with the flow. And just kind of hope it works out. That's kind of the fun for me. I like to just like, it's almost a problem solving thing. I like to kind of figure out, okay, what can I do to this build to make it more interesting? Or I feel like whenever I plan out my builds, they never really turn out how I plan them to. And it just gets kind of frustrating. At least for me. Now we just connect the stairs here. We definitely need a chimney up here. So let's make our way back to the stone cutter and actually look for a different type of stone that we could use. These windows actually also help with being able to access the roof. So we have just a little bit more limestone cobble we can play around with. Let's throw this into the stone cutter. Clipstone cobble. I really like this gray whack mortar. I think this looks pretty sweet. Oh, we have to come in with stairs on the bottom side here. Right now our house just looks like an obelisk. But once we get the details in here, it's gonna look a little bit nicer. Like we definitely need a balcony out on the side here. Maybe one over here too, just to help break up the space a little bit. Something else I just realized too is maybe instead of wood we could have gone for a like a slate roof. I think that would have been a little bit nicer. But for now I think we're fine. Now we need to decide what side we want the chimney on. I'm thinking I want it over here. Thinking it? Oh dude, I'm making up words now. I'm making up words. Normally I have things what makes building in creative mode so easy is you can like basically, you know, obviously fly around. So it makes kind of seeing your build from a distance a lot easier. Whereas in survival mode, you have to kind of like obviously be like, you can't build from far away is kind of what I'm trying to say. Y'all got me nervous. I feel like I'm on a first date. I don't know what to say. Let's step outside here. Yeah, I like that. We just need a like a little archway on the top there, and we'll have a little chimney. And then we need to put a campfire up there too. And I'm thinking what's cool with the campfire, what's cool with the campfire actually, is we'll be able to see the smokestack from like quite a ways away. And let's also take our gray whack mortar here and turn this into an archway. Let's see what else. We have a couple more. Maybe we could mess around with some. I want to do pillars. Maybe we'll do stairs. We need 4 stairs. And then vertical quarters, I think, is what we're looking for. Alright, let's give this a go now. So the reason I wanted to do an archway was if we put our campfire right here, just do an archway on top. And I feel like from a distance, this is going to look a lot more like a chimney than just like having it be blocks. Now let's take our vertical quarters and just kind of fill in these like the corners here. You don't have enough to do the entire way around, but I think this looks pretty sweet. Now from if we're like down there in the village, we'll be able to see this little chimney here. It'll look really cool. The little homestead's coming together nice. I want to actually fence everything in here too. Maybe we'll do a nice little stone wall. Yeah, this looks really cool. I like this. Really, really like this. Actually, I unintentionally like lined up the windows. I didn't even mean to do that, to be honest. It kind of works though. It kind of works. We'll just have to, or we'll rock with that for now. I want a balcony coming out this way. Definitely something kind of like that on this side. And I might leave the back flat, actually. I might have to leave that area flat back there. Let's eat up our steak with our puppies here. Oh, dude, I just realized too, we haven't even done furniture on the inside yet either. So we 100% have to work on that too. Let's start filling in the roof here. Once we get the upside down stairs, I think this is gonna look a lot nicer. Helps kind of smooth it out a little bit. Oh, dude, something I just realized too. Hold on a second. Let me make my way down here. Check this out. If we take our spruce slabs here, put it into the stone cutter, and we scroll down, let's grab let's see if I can find it. There's vertical slabs with the wood too. So just like we did with the stone, we can take our wood and kind of connect the stairs there so it looks really, really smooth. So I'm gonna take my slabs here, bring that out by 4, and now it's like a much smoother gradient. How sweet is that? We can actually do that all the way around the roof too. It would just take a lot of time. Oh, right here, I want to actually do like an archway or something. We'll kind of cut that out. Definitely want windows on the second floor there, or attic space, I should say. Dude, this looks really cool. I also want to bring out the tutoring a little bit because it looks kind of flat right now. But if we come in with so just like we have slabs with regular spruce wood, we can do the same thing with our tutoring. But yeah, this is where this mod really becomes fun. Like once you have everything kind of set up. This looks awesome, man. I'm so excited for this right now. This is where Minecraft becomes so much fun. Like once you have the house kind of set up. Oh, dude, like I just dropped from the ceiling. That was terrifying. What the heck? Dude, this is sweet. I'm like grinning ear to ear right now. We gotta put a fireplace in here too. We'll put one maybe like right here. All right, so now I want to start thinking about where I want my windows. I think I kind of want like bay windows kind of coming out the sides here. The potatoes are starting to grow. The wheat's starting to grow. Let's just sleep through the night. Let's make our shield really quick. Make sure we have that ready to go. And yeah, for the fence around, I kind of want to just do like like a low little stone fence around. I think that would really fit the theme here. So for the windows on this side, we go for a bay window. I kind of want them to stick out a little bit. It's gonna kind of look like this. This is gonna help give the build like some depth on the outside here. This might end up getting replaced with glass actually, but let me just see how this looks. Yeah, something like that. I think that looks a little bit nicer than it just being flat. Basically, the way I kind of think about building is I just sort of look at the entire build. I kind of try to figure out, okay, where does it look plain? Where does it look good? And I just kind of go from there. Can we make this jump? Oh, let's go. We're honestly kind of cooking right now. Another thing we can do too is actually make beams. So I'll kind of show you guys what I mean whenever we get to that. There we go. Perfect. This is kind of turning out really nice, honestly. A lot better than I was thinking. So to make beams, we have to do something a little bit different. Let's take our we actually need more logs. Okay, let's chop down a couple more trees here. I mean, honestly, we could start clearing out the forest a little bit too. I kind of want to keep the natural little fence that we have with our trees. All we're gonna want to do, we have a lot of cows out here. This is perfect. Do we have any wheat on us? No, we don't. Maybe we can make this little area over here like our little cow farm. Let's just quickly clear out these trees here. Dude, the house looks kind of weird, but I really like it for some reason. Alright, so what we need to do is actually strip all of these logs. Now when we pick them back up, we can actually turn these into our wood beams. The reason I want to make beams is because if we put beams underneath this, it'll look a little bit more realistic and not so like blocky. It's kind of what I'm going for here. So let's take our stripped spruce logs, put these in here. You see we have even more different variety. But I'm just interested in the vertical beams. So on their own, the beams don't really do anything. But if we come in here, we can make a tool called the mallet. And what the mallet lets us do is we can toggle the block states. So now you can see we have like beams instead of it just being plain. And then there's a bunch of different variants here. Ooh, what do you guys think? Should we go with this one or this one? I kind of like the way that looks. I think we're gonna stick with that actually. But what's cool with these is we can actually use these to make a balcony too, which I'll kind of play around with. Let's go with that. It helps shape that up a little bit. Then let's do a small balcony right out here. Honestly, I'm just going to turn the rest of those into beams. Actually, for the balcony, just kind of move it up like that. Then we'll take some slabs, just kind of throw it on the top there. Let's make our balcony. I think I want the balcony entrance to be right around here, like right underneath the window. Then let's just take our slabs. Give ourselves just a small balcony out here. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, I think that looks pretty sweet. I'm not sure how I feel about the door being aligned with everything. Part of me kind of wants to move it over or offset it a little bit, but not too sure about that. I think I kind of like it though. We'll leave it with that. Do a smaller window out here. Then I kind of want to do a like a flower bed right there would be kind of cool. And then also we have to actually come inside and do a do the interior for everything too. But what's really cool with these beams is we can actually, you know, use these throughout the ceiling. Well, let me quickly fill in this. Over here is going to be kind of our fireplace. Let's actually replace the dirt floor in here. Get some proper flooring going on in here. But yeah, I really want to start making furniture too. I don't know if we'll do a lot of decoration, but I want to at least to kind of showcase some of the furniture that's in the mod. Let's just do a nice wood floor on the bottom floor. Get all this placed down here. Perfect. And then you may notice I left the door kind of tall here. Something really cool that... So I'm going to make something called a tall door. So we're just going to take our basic door here, and if we put it into the stone cutter, you can see we get a huge variety of doors that we can play around with. So pretty much every block you put into the stone cutter can turn into something else. I think we're going to go for the... I like the tall oak door. This looks kind of cool. And this is where the archway is really going to look nice. Now it looks like it's an arch door. It's really sweet. Alright, let's actually start putting some furniture in here. It's always kind of hard for me to tell when the crops are ready to go. I think these ones are, though. Let's replant it up here. Looks like the potatoes are good to go, too, which is perfect. Let's get all the potatoes replanted. Same with our wheat seeds. Let's start chopping down more trees. It's gonna be kind of nice getting rid of these trees that are really close to our property line, because with these gone, we'll have a much better visibility into the woods. So then we'll be able to like kind of see what's going on out here, if there's any like mobs approaching us. Something else I think would be kind of cool is a backpack mod too. That'd be really, really helpful for this mod, especially since there's so many block variants. I'm gonna start making some fences here. Let's get some storage down here. Get everything put in there. Of course, we're gonna want the stone cutter inside as well. All the tools organized. And then I want to start building a fireplace here. So for the fireplace, honestly, I was just thinking of something like this. Then we can add a archway over that. Okay, so here's my idea for the fireplace. We're gonna have one arch, maybe. I'll get this placed the right way here. Archway is gonna kind of look like that. So I was thinking the fireplace could kind of look like this. Then on the sides here, we could do stairs. It's not really gonna be like a super like amazing looking fireplace. Definitely just kind of like a bare necessity kind of thing here. But what we can do to kind of hide the fact that this is a campfire is let's take our gray whack here. We can turn this into quarter slabs. Just kind of fill it in like that. It's pretty cool. You can even do the same thing over here. I don't really know how I feel about this fireplace, to be honest. But basically I wanted something like that. You kind of frame out sides here a little bit. But yeah, now we can take some of our uncooked food that we have, kind of get that going over there. So something else we can do with the archways actually is if we come inside the house, we can kind of just put these along the wall and add some archways, and I want to have some stuff kind of running across there. But I feel like this makes the interior look a little bit more interesting than if it was just like plain, you know? Kind of helps explain like why there's a why we're able to support the roof above us. Let's see, can I take my stone cutter? What can I do with archways? Okay, we can't do anything with those at the moment. So I really like the idea of there being a like a loft or something. Maybe like a spiral staircase, but I think for now we're just gonna have to go for a ladder, at least right now. So downstairs is gonna be the like survival floor. That's where all of our needs are gonna be met down there. And upstairs is kind of like our living space. So let's make some more beams here, because I want to actually connect the beams across the ceiling too. So for that, we're gonna need to use horizontal beams like these. Now you can see they just kind of connect over. I think that looks a lot nicer. We could kind of play around with the texturing up there. So let's make a couple of fences because I want to make some rails here. So what makes the railing unique from fencing is that it actually doesn't take up a full block. So as you can see here, it's on the outside of the block rather than it inside, if that makes sense. Or on top, rather. So this will help us make this nice skinny balcony. Then we take our mallet, kind of set everything into place. So now this side of the house looks a lot nicer. I feel like our home's coming together here. Let's actually place our bed back down because I kind of forgot to set it earlier. So we need to go gather more stone. And I want to actually lure the horses into like a little pen. Actually, right here's a good little spot. We can just kind of dig down here. Yeah, if you guys want to see a series of this, let me know. I think that'd be kind of fun to play around in survival mode. Lots of zombies down here. This is perfect. We have plenty of stone down here. I think from here we might as well just make a little staircase down. And then hopefully we run into a cave so we can get more iron, more materials. It's kind of the plan right now. One thing that is kind of cool about the Bliss shaders is just how dramatic everything looks. But at the same time, it does make it a little bit difficult if you're wanting to gauge how dark something is, you know? I feel like in vanilla Minecraft, it's a little bit easier to tell, like, okay, where are mobs actually going to be able to spawn? Which is like one of the main reasons I actually like playing without shaders in my free time. Like if I'm not recording. Hopefully we run into like a nice open cave. I think the cave we were at the beginning, we kind of ran through that one. But if we don't run into a cave, at the very least, we're gonna have a lot of stone to play around with. And then like after we kind of fence in the property with all the stone, or at least like create the outline of the fence, I want to actually start making the furniture. The furniture is gonna make our house kind of hit different, to be honest. It's gonna hit a little bit different. I feel kind of bad using our iron tools for just digging like this, but it is at least making it go faster. So I'm kind of hearing cave noises in this side. I'm gonna start digging this way a little bit. I don't really want to staircase my whole way. I kind of just want to make it easy on myself. Our pickaxe is mostly done. We're finding copper, but that's not really gonna help us too much. Tools broke, but we have a good amount of stone here. So I want to start just kind of outlining a little pen here. It's like right out here I think would be a cool spot. And I want to give the cows like a lot of space actually. I don't want them to be like super corralled in here. I'm just gonna give it like a wacky little shape here. I just realized I don't have a pickaxe to actually do this with. Our little homestead's coming together. I like the idea of the animals kind of being in their own section. Then additionally, I want to take, I guess, 20 of our limestone here. And I just want to make some cobblestone slabs. So the reason I want to make slabs with this is so that way the cows can't actually jump out of the pen once we make it. So I'm going to kind of fill in the corners with our full blocks. Maybe we can have like a nice little arched entryway in here. I'm just going to kind of fill in the rest with our slabs. If we're not able to jump over it, I feel like the cows won't be able to either. So with our slabs, I'm just going to kind of go for 3. Here's going to be the entryway. So the reason I'm going for slabs here instead of full blocks is I just think from a distance, the slabs look a lot nicer. It gives us more options to actually kind of decorate the wall. Stuff like this where we make the wall a little bit uneven in some of the parts. It's not just going to look like a stone obelisk out here. It's going to be a little bit nicely decorated. See, that looks kind of cool. All right, let's take let's see if we can track down the other cows. Here they are. Get all these guys to follow us around. Maybe some of these sheep too. Oh, that looks gorgeous. What the heck? Dude, that looks so pretty. Okay, let's bring all the livestock over here. Where is the other cow? Be another one over here somewhere. Oh, here he is. I like the custom mob textures. They look kind of cool. Might have to help the cows out here a little bit. Bring them in here. There we go. Let's give both of them some wheat here. There we go. So now we have some baby cows kind of growing out over here. Perfect. All right, now we need to make a gate. Let's see if there's a different gate if we put this in the stone cutter. But yeah, we have a fence gate. Looks kind of cool. We'll just go with that. Yeah, this is perfect. We have some livestock going. Let's give them some light. Eventually I want to make like actual lanterns. Yeah, the slabs look really cool. You can just make like nice uneven texture. I love how you can see the chimney smoke coming out too. I think this house would look really nice if we had some like hanging ivy coming off the sides, but the general shape looks really cool. While we're out here, let's start working on our property fence line. So kind of the same idea with the pen. We're just gonna kind of come in here, blotch out some little blocks, roughly where we want the fence to be. It doesn't really matter if it's uneven or doesn't line up perfectly, because the more like messed up it is, the cooler it's gonna kind of look. I like to give the fence like a nice uneven texture. So we're just gonna add some slabs here and there, just to give it like that uneven stone look. So you can see just doing like really simple stuff like adding slabs on top of the blocks really helps it look nicer. Especially from far away, that looks really cool. That definitely looks like a low-lying wall that I was kind of picturing in my mind. I don't really want our property to extend too far into the woods, so I'm just gonna kind of cut it off here. Just gonna place down our blocks, place them down here, get rid of some of these trees. Dude, this, oh man, I'm seriously having, it's kind of like, Minecraft is one of those games that like you can just always come back to and it's always going to be fun, but sometimes it hits a little bit different. It honestly does. Something about these shaders, this mod pack, being able to just like chill out after a long day of work, so satisfying. Yeah, I like this little wall. This is cool. It's not going to be like super, you know, super safe, but it at least looks cool. For some reason I was having trouble saying that. Oh, you know what? Let's actually continue the house a little bit here. I really want to start working on the furniture. So I'm gonna make these things called stools. And what we can do with these is you know, we could obviously place them down, but if we put them into the stone cutter, now we get like actual furniture. So let's see, let's take a look around in here. We have like spruce chairs. Maybe we'll make a couple of those. And let's also make like a table too. Or a couple of tables. Then let's just do a nice little spruce table right in the living room here. Like right as soon as you come in the door. Actually move it over a little bit. I'm not really the best with furniture placement, but I want something kind of like this. And we can take our mallet. Let's actually get rid of the long table and maybe go for like a circular one. We can just put this right in front of the fireplace. That way you can kind of come in here, enjoy the fire after like a long day of adventuring. So I was kind of looking around at all the different furniture we can make. We have lots of staircases, but what I was really looking for is these clothes hangers. These will look really cool, but we need oak logs instead of the spruce that we have. So kind of unfortunate. I was hoping we could make some like clothes hangers, but we might have to actually like make our way down to those woods there. So yeah, there's lots of furniture you can play around with. It's a little bit hard to do everything in survival mode, but you can definitely make it work. Actually, let's put our bed in the stone cutter. See if we can make like a nicer bed. I like these rustic ones. These look really cool. Really want to work on the bedroom up here. It's gonna be kind of simple, but I think everything's coming together here. We do need to make windows too. So since we don't have access to glass, we can basically just make these wooden windows. So we have our windows here, but we can't actually place them in the archways because it's a full block. But what we can do is we can make these things called facades. And what these allow you to do is kind of frame out your windows without it taking up a full block. So it still looks like an arched window, but it just doesn't take up multiple blocks. So that's kind of what we'll have to do here on the bottom floor. So I think if I planned the build a little bit better, we could have just used the regular archways, but this is fine for now. Obviously on this side is our fireplace, so we don't need a window there. This world is really coming together. I'm like so excited right now. Just kind of like just playing this right now. Let's get these windows in too. I was trying to look around for like a window planter, but wasn't able to find anything for that. So I think what would be kind of cool is I found these like roof support looking blocks. And I think it'd be really awesome if we came up here, just kind of line the roof with these. We'll have to get ourselves some more building blocks. But that looks a lot nicer than it just being like flat blocks. So check this out. Kind of build ourselves up here. Then we can just kind of line the ceiling with these. And we almost had enough. But now it makes the inside here look more like a barnyard. Or like, not barnyard, but like barn kind of roofing. I think it's fun doing little details like that. Let's actually make the upstairs like a loft. So let's go grab our slabs here. So I want the loft to kind of, maybe kind of be on this side. Yeah, we can just kind of have the ladder connect all the way up. What's cool with this is we can take that same idea like we did with the railing outside and just kind of continue it up here. Then up on the loft up here, that's going to kind of be like just additional storage. Or what we could kind of do, maybe instead of the loft going that way, it could go this way, if that makes sense. Let me see what this looks like. We kind of go this way instead. I think I kind of like the idea of the loft just being on like one half of the build. I think to me this looks a little bit nicer having it on this side. There we go. And then like what's cool with it being on this side is we can take the ladder all the way up. And then we have like kind of roof access up here. Like a nice little overlook into our bedroom down below. Let's cover all that in. And something I forgot to do is actually continue our windows over here. That way we can enjoy the view out that way. I'll just move the bed on this side. And there is a zombie outside our house somewhere. Here he is. Take care of him super quick. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. Ooh, actually, I need to, we need to start bringing out some of the wood tutoring because that's really going to help that look a lot nicer. Right, so check this out. So right now, the wall looks really plain, but I was thinking we take our wood tutoring and just kind of bring it out like that. Now the wall has like a lot more depth. This makes it, you know, stand out a little bit more, makes it look more interesting. And that's really all Conquest Reforged is about. It's just, you know, gives you a little bit more freedom to kind of build how you want. There we go. Yeah, this looks a lot nicer than it just being flat. So it's kind of cool. Like you can see how you can take just like a basic little shack like this and then really kind of make something nice out of it. I feel like bringing out the wood tutoring by a slab here, it makes it actually look like it's wood rather than it just being like, you know, just a block that we placed there. Ooh. Dude, I like, thank goodness I play on like high FOV because I saw that creeper as I was coming down and I like jumped at the last second. That was terrifying. That was actually terrifying. Alright, we just have one more corner here that we can do. I don't think we can, yeah, we can't place it on that because the railing is on that block, but yeah, what do you guys think? I feel like that looks a lot nicer. Now we have just a cozy little cottage up here on the hillside. I really want to play around with the furniture a little bit too, but it's kind of difficult trying to figure out what all the crafting recipes are. I do know if we put crafting tables in here, we get some additional kind of like cabinetry we can mess around with. There's like ashwood cabinets we can place down here. Let's go see how our farm is doing actually. Starting to grow in nicely. I'm just gonna clear out everything actually and just kind of start it over. Something I forgot to is actually bringing the dogs inside. Get these guys inside so they can stay nice and warm. Come here, buddies. Put them right in here next to the fireplace. I guess they don't want to come inside right now. They're content with hanging out outside. Let's actually grab our water bucket here. And I actually want the farm to kind of be in front of the house. Oh, dude, creepers keep sneaking up on us. Definitely figure out where they're coming from here. But not a big deal. Thankfully, since the our bottom floor is actually made out of stone, it's staying pretty safe. I'll have to figure out like a more elegant solution for the torches here. I guess the only downside of building in snow is you have to worry about like the water freezing over, but so I want to have like nice rolling hills of wheat out here. I think from the front it'll make the house look a lot nicer. And then I'm not really going for like a super efficient farm design here. I just want it to kind of look aesthetically pleasing. Something I think we could do, we could just put little columns over the water here. That way the torches don't have to be on the ground. Get some potatoes kind of growing on this side. So I don't really want the farmland to be super even. I think having some like variation in the shape here is gonna help it look nicer. Get our potatoes growing here. I think we have enough to finish everything actually. Perfect. So once this farm kind of settles in here, it's gonna look really cool. So yeah, with that going on, hopefully you guys enjoyed this like longer, chiller kind of showcase of this mod pack. I've been having so much fun kind of playing it here with you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. And if you guys want to see more of this, let me know in a comment. And I'll see you guys next time.